And we are live. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for another episode, 90 Miles from Comics. As always, I am your host, Chad, and I am joined by my two comic brothers. I got the captain of the Funk Ship Troopers himself, Javier. What is going on, brother?
What's up? How's everybody doing? Another Wednesday. Glad to be here with you guys. Just glad to be talking some comics. You know how it is, man.
Without a doubt, it is a great new comic book day. Nothing better than talking comics on New Comic Book Day. And I'm most excited to be talking comics with my brother D-Hyde. What's going on, D-Hyde? And let me just say, everyone just say something in the chat so everyone in the chat can go sub you up. Your
Will do.
Wonderful Life of Frank Castle videos are phenomenal.
The world according to Frank. It's the same thing.
Oh, sorry.
It's the same thing.
My bad.
World according to Frank parentheses Castle. Continue.
Yeah, but they are awesome. You are super entertaining. I think you're killing it. And I think you're probably reading one of the most obscure Punisher runs in the world.
Yeah, I have about 3 to choose from that I got in this box. 3 different runs. And yeah, it's so far so fun, man. Like they've been so dumb. Like I've just been reading specials and like kind of one-off things before I really dive into any kind of order, because I got big chunks but nothing super complete. But yeah, there's a lot of dumb shit, a lot of dumb stuff in this, man. So much, and it's exactly what I was hoping to be. So please, Fridays, Sundays, and Tuesdays. That's when we'll be doing I'll be doing our thing.
That's on your channel.
That's on my channel, Derek Hyde, and I'm gonna say what's up in 1 second.
And I'm also gonna put the link in the description as soon as we're done.
I love all the villains, all those villains, those like Punisher obscure 80s villains.
Yeah, like Lupe, the baby thief woman.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
I know, man. I couldn't believe that shit. She used to wrestle in Guadalajara.
Yeah. Crazy.
Got Punisher in a number. Yeah.
It's deep because there's like levels to, like, she's like selling them to the rich. Like, what's the rich doing with them? Like, what's going on here?
They're just trying to get some baby for to raise. That's it, and that's weird. But yeah.
All right, guys. Well, before we get the show rolling, I am saddened to say a buddy of mine, I did hear through the grapevine that his dad passed away, and it just saddens me to say this because he was one of the original members of the 90 Miles from Comics podcast when we were doing just the audio thing. Joe, I'm really, my saddest condolences to you and your family. Thoughts and prayers growing your way. And just, without Joe, of course, I wouldn't be here with this channel and the podcast and things and, into comics and stuff like that. He's someone I've been reading comics and talking comics with a long time. So I don't know if you're out there watching or if you'll ever watch this, but just I'm saddened to hear of the news. And I just real quick, if you guys don't mind, I just want to take about 10 seconds of just, cutting our cameras and silencing our mics in honor of Joe's dad, if you guys don't mind us doing that, man. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and do that. And then once that ends, we'll proceed with our show. Thank you, guys. All right. Thank you guys for that. And Joe and the other guys that used to be on the podcast, Kevin, Justin, we miss you, bro. We hope everything's doing well on your new podcast, Rogue Nation. You guys can go follow them on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, and Spotify. They talk comics, TV shows, statues, toys, and everything above. So make sure you guys go check them out. We miss talking comics with them. Hopefully one day we can figure something out and do a reunion show. So shout out to Rogue Nation, Joe, Kevin, and Justin. And once again, Joe, I'm saddened to hear of the news. All right. that being said, guys, I'm going to hop in this awesome chat because we have some awesome people joining us. And then right after that, we're going to go ahead and kick it off. What comic do you guys want to talk first once I get done with that? That way we can just jump right into things.
Did you read Guardians or?
I would say War of the Realms or
War of the
Guardians?
Realms. War of the Realms, I'd say that's a strong lead-in.
Let's do
Yeah?
it.
Oh, yeah, I'd say. That's my
Or we
vote.
can start off with Guardians or the chat. You can decide. We're talking War of the Realms today, Guardians of the Galaxy 5, Immortal Hulk 17, but I think we're going to keep Immortal Hulk for the end. And yes, I'm talking that again on Immortal Talk because it's Immortal Hulk. I'm going to talk that thing up. I don't care. So,
As you should, as everybody should.
the choices right now, War of the Realms issue 4 or Guardians of the Galaxy issue number 5. And as I'm shouting out the chat, go ahead, choose what you want to hear us talk about. And always on time at every channel. We got Caleb, the comic Smurf Murphy, my story comic core brother. What is going on, Caleb? Thank you for joining us, man. We got Mr. Miracle in the building. What is going on, Mr. Miracle? We also got a very, very special person in the house. We got Hialeah Comic Bro. Happy birthday, Hialeah Comic Bro. It was awesome hunting with you today, brother. I can't wait to go hunting again with you next week. I'll have to figure that out because I'm working next Wednesday, but we'll make it happen. We also have Mr. Gretzky in the building. What's up, Mr. G? Appreciate you joining us. Once again, my MCE brother, always prompt and on time. Dark Mufasa, what is going on? John's Comics with Kids, my favorite old man to talk some old man saga with. What is going on, man? Of course, I got my moderators holding it down. We got Javi and we got Comic Head 84. And just remember, Kenny, YouTube is 90. You best believe it. Ed Dude, what is going on, brother? My other MCE brother. We also have Hyde. What's going? You're popping up in the chat, and that's what I like to see. And I think that is everyone. So thank you guys for joining us. And I think we got we got sweep right here. We got Guardians of the Galaxy. So we're switching it up, Hyde. The chat voted, and it is Guardians of the Galaxy.
Commented on your somebody commented on your shirt.
I know, the Ted Kennedy shirt.
Yeah.
I was gonna wrap back in there, but yeah, thank you. It's a good shirt. I've had it for as long as you should have a Dead Kennedy shirt, like over a decade. So it appreciates it.
What up, Steve? What's going on?
Yo,
Steve?
what is going on, Steve Whiting? We got Stone Cold Steve Comics, AOK and 316. Everybody, what's going on, Steve? Thank you for joining us. Much love, brother. Thank you, man. So, Guardians of the Galaxy issue 5. Now, I'll say this before we get into it. I know a lot of people weren't liking it, but I don't know, man. I dig this. Like,
I dig this cover, this variant cover.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The Battle Lines cover. I haven't been picking up the Battle Lines cover, but who knows? There might have been one I picked up today. You're just going to have to wait and see later in the show. Oh, real quick, guys. Most importantly, getting caught up in all the hype. 90 Miles from Comics brought to you by Secret Society Comics in Sunrise, Florida, and Gauntlet Comics in North Miami. Make sure you guys go check them out. Follow them on Instagram. Follow them both on Instagram. They have great books. They ship nationwide. I was down at Gauntlet Comics today. Awesome. I did pick up a book while I was there, so I'm excited to show you what I picked up earlier. But most importantly, this is going to be the last week. We're going to cut it off. Next week, we're going to go ahead and raffle it off. Last week's live video. Go leave a comment on it, and you'll be put in the raffle to win a Naomi number 5 and an Immortal Hulk 17 brought to you by Secret Society Comics. So thank you guys for donating this for the channel. You guys are awesome. And you make sure you go leave a comment so that way you can go win these 2 books. So we got one more week. Next week live, we'll do the randomizer and we'll pick a winner. So Secret Society Comics and Gauntlet Comics, go follow them on Instagram. And thank you guys greatly for the donation. All right. Guardians of the Galaxy number 5. I'm sorry. I'm just taking forever to get to what we need to, boys. I apologize for that. I had to get the time. Got to pay the bills sometimes, you know? So, take our time. All right. I've been digging this. And I even dug this issue. I even like the justification in one thing. so to speak.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know, like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, for sure. Like that makes a ton of sense, you know. And I think a lot of people said that was the obvious one, but I didn't think that was the obvious one. I thought the other obvious one was, the one that went crazy in that other series that recently came out. But anyway, let's go ahead and just open this bad boy up. So the last time we saw, it pretty much was going down between Guardians and Dark Guardians, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
I, I believe, is that what they're called?
Well, yeah,
No
they
way.
do a synopsis,
Yeah, oh yeah.
and then they capture Gamora and they take her back. So, it opens up, and I think this is awesome. Where Peter, it looks like he's dead, but like Groot knows he's not dead, so he comes back to life or whatnot, and they start trying to they need to like track Gamora down, and Beta Ray Bill's like, all right, well, I can call somebody that can help us to do that,
Mhm.
and like, who is that? Like, and lo and behold, it's Lockjaw. But I thought he was dead. No,
No.
he survived.
He just got all messed up in the Death of Inhumans.
All right, true. It just looked like
And
he
yeah.
died, right?
Yeah. It's
Oh,
just the cover was the most heartbreaking looking cover in the world. That just made you like, oh no, he's not gonna kill him. But they didn't. Yeah. And
So-
he and Beta Ray Bill are probably the best partnership in all of comics.
So you're bored on this one.
Yeah, I'm hard on their. I'm strong into their bond. Yeah.
Yeah. So and
Beta
yeah,
Ray
no, I
Bill
thought it
and
was super
Vodka.
cool. That's who
Mhm.
Beta Ray Bill brought back. How'd you feel about that, Javi?
I mean, I think it's Donny Cates' way of saying sorry a little bit. Because he did write Death of Inhumans, and he's writing this. So it's a cool, like, full circle type of thing. I dug it. I think it was cool. It makes for good plot progression. Like, I feel like, they
sure.
get to teleport out, it makes sense that he comes back.
No, for sure. So I guess they figure out, like, I guess they can he can sense where or they use whatever he's using, whatever sense to track Gamora. So like I guess now they're on their way there. So then that brings us to the Dark Guardians where they have Gamora and they're getting ready to bring her in front of Arrows. And this is a cool little shot. They're walking through I guess what would be Thanos' ship still, correct? So they're walking through and there's Arrows and then Gamora. I like this little line that she said that she was Thanos, or like she turned
You're
into
on a Shi'ar ship.
TR ship.
Shi'ar.
Oh yeah.
TR ship. Sorry.
It's a tongue twister.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
So
fun.
anyway, Gamora's like back talking Eros, and then all of a sudden, Guardian comes from behind. He's getting ready to like snap her neck, and then someone just like, and this next page I thought was pretty cool. This was a nice little splash, man. Someone like says something from the distance, and it's our girl Hela putting swords through people.
Poor old gladiator.
Oh, Gladiator. Sorry, I said Guardian. I'm an idiot.
That's all good.
So thank you for the correction. We got to come right.
He's about to like snap her neck, and then fucking Hela's like, nope.
Yeah. You're not snapping no one's neck. And I like how you got this little panel of Cosmic Ghost Rider coming at Hela, right? And then she just pretty much like calls him out and goes, "Look, you're just like
you have all this power. But you had it's inside of a man's body.
Yeah,
You're still
and, like,
human.
Yeah,
and,
it's
like,
still a dead. He's just
you're just a dead man, yeah.
bones and bones and dust.
And then if you look at it, and he says, "Sorry, my queen," and I guess he's somewhat forgiven. But then this was the cool thing. Like this is like the big reveal that Hela's like, Thanos wasn't just going to come back into just like a normal person. He was always going to come back into a Titan. And you turn the page and then you start seeing Arrows start going crazy. You see this panel down here with Gamora getting a little scared and stuff like that. So
And as simple as it is, that frame of Heroes going, Gah!
Yo,
awesome.
I think Hialeah is leaving. I think we gotta give him one big old happy birthday shout out.
yo, Hialeah, man, happy birthday, bro. Enjoy
Happy
your
birthday,
dinner.
dude.
We love you, bro. You're the man.
You're
Yo,
the man.
bro, what's up, JB? Thanks for joining us, man. JB, the hardest working man on YouTube. What's going on, man? And we got my brother, Stay Puff, joining us in the chat. Thank you for joining us, man. It means a lot. I hope next year we get to meet up in MegaCon, or if you make the trip down to SuperCon, let a brother know. So all of a sudden, Thanos is, I guess, is now just transmitted into Eros, and he's walking with conviction, and this was all according to plan. Like Hela mentioned this before it was revealed. She's like, it's going. We talked about this moment. 100 times. We replayed like the plan 100 times. She's like, maybe I'm too early, and then all of a sudden, like that's when it snapped where he comes up, and then you get this little panel right here where it's a little Eros Hela makeout, but it's really Thanos and Eros makeout, which is pretty cool, man. And I don't know, I dug this, man. Like I know some people weren't super high on it. I mean, this wasn't like a super action-packed issue, so to speak, but just like a lot of story and plot building, and it's looking like we're gonna get Thanos back. And I know some people think it's a little too soon to have him back, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm a Thanos fan, so I'm happy to have him back. Like
it's never too soon.
And I'll say this: a couple people I know, like, I have a book on my list, and that is one of them. So I love me some Thanos, bro. So definitely. So all of a sudden, Guardians make their way onto the ship, and there it is, Gamora sitting there crying because she just tells him he's back. It was Eros this whole time. And then you get this awesome little shot here at the end of Hela and Thanos and Eros. Thanos in Eros walking up to Thanos' body. And then this is where, Thanos reveals, like, Eros is pretty much not going to survive the transfusion that's about to happen. Like, he's been too weak, and that he's sorry that he's never really been a worthy ally to begin with. And then that's flips to this page right here where the transmission begins, the return of Thanos. So
Thanos
that's what
2.0.
we all expect. Maybe something crazy can happen, and it doesn't happen, but that's what we all expect. I'm all about it. I know some people were upset about it, but I'll just put it this way. Donny Cates didn't kill Thanos. You know what I'm saying? Jerry Duggan did, right? If I'm not mistaken. So
Infinity Wars, yeah.
No, actually, if didn't Thanos die at the end of like one of his end of one of his annuals or something?
Thanos Legacy.
Yeah, I think he got his head chopped there.
and what one?
Thanos Legacy. I have it somewhere in there, but it was a Thanos one shot that Donny Cates wrote. But
But it was to set up the Infinity War thing.
Well, no, that was after Infinity War.
And I guess you're right, because
I could be wrong. It could have happened in both. It could have happened.
Infinity Wars. It wasn't Infinity Wars. Maybe was it the Thanos one shot? Yeah, it did happen in the Thanos one shot, didn't it?
Yeah, I
But
think.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's like he gets his head chopped off in Infinity Wars by Gamora.
Yeah, it
And the
was
whole
in the first
reason-
issue, so it was Infinity Wars. Yeah,
it was.
The
Gamora
whole
cut his head off.
reason why Gamora's gone missing and everyone's pissed is because of what she did in
So-
Infinity Wars.
And I think he's bringing Thanos back because it's probably one of his favorite characters. I mean, it's one of my favorite characters. So I'm all about it, man. Guardians of the Galaxy issue 5. If you ask me an R rating scale, I'm supersizing this bad boy. I dug it. I mean, I'm not saying it's the greatest Donny Cates work, but I'm a fan. I get the whole, I guess, writing behind it and the whole, setup, and I dig it. So I thought it was cool. You got a death in here. You get Hela. You get some Gamora, and you get some Beta Ray Bill and Lockjaw. Supersize this bad boy. What
Do
about
you
you,
like-
fellas?
Do you like how Hela is like being portrayed as death, even though she is the goddess of death? But I think this is the first time that
Well,
you
yeah,
know, like,
yeah. I think she's not quite deaf, but she's close enough.
and Thanos is like, "Oh, I dig it. Like, I'm cool with it."
Yeah, might as well.
I mean, you gotta get some one way or another, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and And he wasn't getting it from death. I don't think ever was the whole thing. She'd be all like ladylike, and then she'd turn into a bunch of bones in a robe.
I love that sentence, Smurf. Gamora cut head off.
Okay.
Smurf, 4.5 out of 5. Yeah,
Good.
that's why I didn't supersize it with like a McFlurry or an apple pie or anything. I just gave it that supersize.
Basic supersize.
I'd say big old value menu with a strawberry shake. Like it was good, extra good, but it feels like it's gonna keep chugging along. But it's good. I like it. That's not bad.
I dig it too. I love Smurf. He goes, I'd be happy to land a goddess.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
as I already did, my friend.
Especially Kate Blanchett.
Hey, nice.
Oh, I'm just talking. Yeah, that was a nice one. I was just talking about Kate Blanchett.
Wife is watching, just in case the wife is watching. So, all right, cool. So then that will bring us to our next book, War of the Realms, issue number 4. How do you guys feel about this one?
War of the Realms number 4.
Well, how about this? Before we get, because we're going to dive into the book, and I guess we'll talk about it after we, get into it. But how do you feel about War of the Realms up to this point? That's the better question. Let me ask that.
It's been one of... You go, Javi.
No. What was the question?
How do you feel?
How have you felt about War of the Realms up until this point before we get into this? And then we'll talk about how you feel about this book after.
It's been awesome. It's been great. It's been amazing. I think it's been really good.
No, agreed. What about you, Hyde?
I've been liking it a whole lot. It's a lot of fun. It's been good. It hasn't been like mind-blowing or anything, but it's been really great.
Fire. Crazy tie-ins. I haven't read any tie-ins. I've just been reading the main storyline. So based off of that, I've been digging it. I've been liking, what has been going on in this War of the Realms scenario. With that being said, we're going to dive into it. Does anyone want to take the lead on it?
Bobby? Yeah, I'll do somewhat of a lead. I read this like a bit ago, but we'll see what we could do.
I read it like a couple minutes ago.
All right. This will be we'll all work on it.
It starts off. I love all these names. I don't know, man. I don't know if he came up with them or where he got them from. But
Alfheim.
That's where
in Thor lore, hasn't it?
Yeah, probably. I'm not super familiar with it.
Might be some real like Norse thing.
These character concepts are super badass.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, the first page, we've got like this gunslinger elf.
Yeah, so
this
awesome.
Queen with a rapier.
Yeah.
But this is the realm of the light elves, and if you can put 2 and 2 together, the dark elves are the ones who created the war, and the light elves are obviously the good guys.
Obviously.
Opposite to that, the dark elves decimated this land, and these are like the remaining people. And of course, the person who shows up to like the saving grace for them.
My boy.
Coming through the black Bifrost that's being controlled by Lady Freya, by the way. So, and it's
Frank Castle.
Yeah.
The man Frank Castle.
The man Frank Castle.
We got
and the artwork is dope on this, man. Can I just say that? Like, look at Frank. He's chiseled, he's ripped, he's chiseled out. He looked like he'd been hitting the gym real hard. I like it.
Yeah, no, he's the man. And throughout this whole War of the Realms thing, they've been handling him so awesome.
Yeah.
He's just no nonsense. Like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna kill all of these things, and everybody's like, all right, we need you to kill all these things, but we still don't like you. I don't care. All right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's playing the part for sure. He's doing what he has to do. He wants the world to be saved.
Oh yeah, and he likes killing a bunch of things that are dickheads. So it's perfect.
He pulls them out. They have like their little moment, and then it goes into Asgard, and it has Daredevil. And Daredevil, I love how Daredevil's text has changed into like
Oh yeah, because now
he's like a god almost.
he's
Like
the guardian of the Bifrost, correct?
yeah, yeah.
So, but
I thought that was pretty cool.
he wasn't able to like keep the Bifrost open, I believe.
He teleported. What's it called?
All those strike teams to the different
Yeah.
realms.
Yeah.
And like,
Teleported everyone where they needed to be, but he's not able to bring them back, and that's why Lady Freya has to control the Black Bifrost, I guess.
yeah, that's so awesome. And she's holding it down.
And it's
Which
all
is
on a chain. How you feel about that?
that's cool, man. She's leading the charge back in
Yeah, she's
Earth.
earned it.
Yeah.
Agreed.
She's coming. Well, yeah, she's coming back as a Valkyrie. So
Yeah.
we got Lady Freya doing her thing.
Yeah, chopping
Some
around.
elves. She's like She-Hulk is fighting with them, and She-Hulk's like, no, I need to help you. She-Hulk smash elves. And right. But Lady Freya, like this, she's like, oh, I need to do this by myself. Like, you need to be where you need to be.
And then
And
Hulk still doesn't listen, so Freya just pretty much like throws her into the Black Bifrost to get it out of there. She's like, look, like you gotta dip, you know?
I love these concepts, like these like moss-covered elephants that they're riding on, the dark elves. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, super cool. And then this is where it gets like really dope. Yo, Pope Cerebus, thanks for joining us, man. Appreciate you, brother. So I guess the Black Bifrost sent She-Hulk to Nidavellir, and she's telling like all the dwarves to smash. And they're like, oh, all right, well, this. All right. And they're like, all right, guys, to Midgard. You know, like, because they all know, like, that's where the big, final battle's coming. And then, you pretty much get panels of each of the different teams and, where they are. And then they're getting ready to, like, meet up. And then
meet up back on Earth, because they're taking the fight to Earth.
Yeah. And, this Robbie Reyes line got me.
Yeah, I love that. You got like Ghost Rider. Sorry, Robbie Reyes Ghost Rider.
Right.
Flaming muscle car, giant spider in hell, and my face is a skull that's on fire. Just when I think my life can't get any more metal, that was pretty dope. I love that. And he's like recruited these spiders to like come and help him.
Yeah.
And I like this like, hey, Lego my Logan, like
yeah,
Spider-Man, like a little thing here, and he's trying to get Logan down from the top of like I guess they're still like on.
Yeah, from the grip of an ice giant, it seems.
Avengers tower. So
I love Spider-Man with the helmet. I think that's such a
yeah, it grew on me.
It's so cute.
Yeah, it's adorable. Goddamn, that's the only word for it. Goddamn adorable.
Yeah.
I like that Thor is back and he's still wanting Thor there to like tell him that he's killed all those people.
Yeah, Thor, you make much murder while you're gone.
Yeah. So, the Avengers are trapped inside like Avengers Tower, which is like celestial, while the those frosted giants are like trying to get in, That's what's happening down here. And then eventually like, T'Challa comes and he just, asks Shuri, he's like, yo, is it ready? And like Shuri just straight into action and then like, is able to like blast everybody off. And I thought that was pretty cool, man. And I really think it's cool that Jason Aaron's like, really involving everybody, man,
Yeah.
So it's cool. Like I know some people in this chat, not going to call any names, Comic Head 84, he doesn't like that. But there's something I'm digging. But to each their own. He has every right to do that. I'm just busting his balls. He's awesome.
It's an event book, though. I love like you need this many people. It's a war. Like I don't know.
No, it's the roar of realms. Like you need a lot of people in it. That's
no, for sure.
Yeah, the big cast.
Else, like there's gonna or else everything's gonna go to crap.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool how they use the Celestial as a weapon system. Like
classic.
classic comics.
Yeah, and I love the Celestial as their base. I don't know if we ever got to talk about that. That's such a fun, awesome concept.
For sure. And how they like with the dead Celestials open, like falling from the skies, how that whole thing happened. No, totally about it. And how they had the old Avengers and how Odin is tied into this, like all about it. And you're not going to question, of course, Shuri figuring out, the one to like tap into that power of the Celestial, right? Like awesome. Like completely true to comics as you can get. Nothing that like is too far-fetched or out there. I like how Jason Aaron's tying everything in. I do think this next part right here, you have this little exchange with Cap and, Robbie Ray's telling me, I brought these spiders, man. Like, they'll help us too. And then you hear, like, where is she? And, like, around the corner. And this is, like, just pretty awesome, man. You got our boy Odin just back in the fight, yo. You can't keep him out, yo. And he's talking about Lady Freya. And he's just like, tell me that you guys didn't leave her in there by herself. Like, please. Tell me you guys didn't do that. And he's just like begging. And they're like, well, like Punisher pretty much comes out to tell him like this was kind of sort of like her plans and her wishes, man. Like, I don't know what to say. So
yeah, like she wanted to do this,
Yeah. So of course she's still doing her thing down in what is it? I forget how to say it.
It's the hardest one to pronounce, I think.
Hold on.
It's the realm of the Dark Elves.
Yes.
Svartalf.
Svartalfheim.
Svartalfheim.
Yeah, to make it easier for you. Svartalfheim.
Yeah. So I got like this little panel, like, here where you got one of the Frost Giants just taking out the Statue of Liberty, and you got like.
Oh no, we needed that. Like, we needed that panel, or we needed this page because it's the War of the Realms, and here you have like the actual like army. You can assume it's the U.S. Well, yeah, it's fucking New York City. Like, like real people stuff. Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool how Jason Aaron like included that. Like
he tied, like of course we wouldn't just be sitting there; we'd be doing something.
Yeah, exactly.
You're absolutely right. And they get the go like fire at will, Tango, and may God be with you, because they pretty much know like they're walking into what. So that Frost Giant last takes out those planes, and then you get our boy Malekith, who's got the symbiote. And he's got it like trapped up, and he's trying to like get him to well, I thought actually, sorry, this was cool. There's so much dusty old magic buried in this realm in shadow corners such as Stonehenge. What a fun realm this for a war, eh? And he's like talking to Venom right here, and he's like trying to like convince him like come with him, and and he like be his weapon. He's like, you've kind of like attach yourself to like puny little humans, and he pretty much says you can kiss our black, and then from that point he just goes ahead and like this destroys them. But he does reference Noel. He's like, look, Noel knows, and I know that you've been weakened by human society. And I thought that was kind of cool because we've learned all of that through Venom. And shout out to Jason Aaron's for doing that.
Yeah. No, there's definitely like it's almost as if like Malekith would be happy like making a bargain with Noel, and he would be like, oh hey Noel, I have a symbiote, like what do I get out of it? Like, I thought that was pretty cool, like that relationship of how Malekith is hinting at Noel, and he's like, Noel would want you to be used as a weapon. Like, what are you doing? You're not supposed to have personality, feelings.
Come on. Do what your papa would want you to do. Wreck everything all the time because he can. Oh, Papa Noel.
Papa Noel.
And then we got the next page. It's pretty much just Odin trying to get to Freya, and they're explaining like, oh, maybe if we go through the Black Bifrost, like it's still open. Maybe if we go through it,
and he's like, that's not possible because she won't let anyone in there that she doesn't want because she's controlling it. It's So, but he's like, I am the All Father. He's like, so give me my spear. And
Tony, of all people, it's Tony. I thought that was cool.
yeah, he goes, I got something like a good bit better than a spear. He goes, I figured we'd need Odin back in the fight sooner rather than later, no matter how wounded you were. Some of us built you an early All Father's Day present, and I thought that was pretty cool, man. You know what I mean? So, and don't we got Father's Day right around the corner?
Yeah, this is a good Father's Day gift.
Yeah, like so. And then he's like, what the hell is this? And then it cuts back to back to the Dark Realm where we got Lady Freya doing her thing, and Malekith, she's like, pretty much is that all you got? And then I guess he like sticks to whatever's left on the symbiote on her. That's what it seems like to me, no?
Yeah, he like manifests the symbiote into a sword of sorts, or like something sharp, and then just like just like flings it into her.
Yeah. So you have that, and it looks like she's getting ready to
It's like go crazy.
Yeah, and you got this cool little panel with the symbiote doing its little thing there,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, like dark elves of that realm. And
Start the line.
Well, yeah. Wait, let's talk about this alien scenario going on right here.
Yeah, no, I said that. You didn't see that? I said it.
It's like bursting through her almost.
Yeah, man. He's like, you can see the symbiote like doing its thing. I showed that panel for
Frank
sure.
just hopped in the chat. I know he would dig this. This is Venom being controlled by Malekith.
Yeah.
Coming out of Lady Freya.
Yeah, man. The comic book nerdgasm going crazy. Like, you got to break these things down, man. Frank the Tank, what's going on, brother? Thanks for joining us, man. Yeah, I'm looking clean. Comic Kid 84 mentioned that earlier. Had to go get the fresh cut. I was on the hunt at MegaCon, so I had to make it look like I was, hunting, because I'm trying to cash in Comic in the Bank this Friday on the hunt. Make sure you're there where I cash in Comic in the Bank. I'm making my way on that show one way or another. Tony said he's got to ask the rest of them, but I'm just going to pop in, so be ready for it. So, no, that little symbiote action was pretty dope, man. But come on, you know what was even doper, Javi? And I know you thought it was doper because I heard you while you were reading it, brother. I heard you while you were reading it. Who comes to save the day? Our boy Odin, and like an Iron Man suit, yo, fire!
Yeah, it's pretty badass. There's no way in the world you can't think that's completely awesome. That's just
Iron Allfather.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what they went with, the Iron Allfather. I would have gone with Mecha Odin. Like
no, I think Iron Allfather. It's cool. It's perfect, man.
I would have liked Metal Boy Odin.
Metal Boy Odin,
but that's me.
Big boy Metal Odin.
He's coming out firing, bro. Look at this down here, bro. He's coming out firing, man. Thought that was pretty cool, man. Bringing the fight, back in it, as Tony said. So, as that's happening, they're back on Midgard.
The story shifts completely once you get this scene.
Yeah,
story completely shifts. At least for me, it becomes. I don't know, Jason Aaron just going, like, writing a little, like, I don't want to say love story, but like
a little romance scene. There's like definitely a lot of romance and strength, like a strong romance in that. Like, it's a weird romance. If for gods, this is as close to like a romance scene, love story thing that works because they are.
That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Yeah. As far as gods who do battle and all that, this is that.
Because like each of the speech bubbles is like, it's not really talking about the war anymore. Like, they're fighting to break the Black Bifrost. Like, that's like their end goal. And of course, that's what we're getting from this scene.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like Odin even says, damn it all. If these be my last words, let them be not cries of war. I love the flaming hell out of you, Freya.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's just like, nah, I'm not gonna let this all be about war. It's about you. Because that's what it is about. And then Yeah.
We get this little scene right here, where Malekith is like reforming the Venom blade. I thought that was pretty cool.
And we
The
get this.
Necro Sword.
Yeah, he's like you can. It's like forming into one again.
And then you get this moment where it looks like they're getting ready to kiss or have that kiss. Like,
Yeah.
I think Odin mentions, like, phrase like, oh, I'll go into hell. And he's like, I'll find you in hell and give you a kiss that you've never had in your life before in hell. And I thought that was pretty cool too, man. They're just confessing their crazy ass love,
I think it's cool how like his helmet is like phasing out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then before they can go into the kiss, just straight up from the Necro Sword.
Get blasted. Yeah.
Blasted.
Blasted apart.
Yeah.
God.
And then
So
I guess,
violent.
this where it just turns, as Javi was saying, we go back to
His
Midgard.
arms are huge.
Yeah. Everyone can just sense, I guess, probably just what happened in a sense, and then everyone is just, you see these bubbles, my lord, and then you got this little panel right here, and it says, sorry about your family, and you just see this little hand right there, and you kind
Gentleman
of,
Frank.
and then it just turns out, we got our boy back, and he's ready for vengeance, and I guess that's where this is leading to, right?
Yeah.
So, and then I love this too. They got like almost every single Avenger ever, bro.
Yeah, at the round table.
No,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and
sorry, it's a mix of we got the Avengers, sorry, in the mix
And
with everyone.
Asgardian peoples.
Yeah, and the Asgardians.
other Jane Foster leading the rally. I
My,
like how Punisher's like guns. We want all of them.
Yeah. Oh, he knows what's up.
Yeah, and that little scene like Thor's walking up. He's like, "Sorry about your family."
Yeah. Sorry.
Everybody bows except for Frank.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not that he doesn't pay his respects, but
No, yeah. And he's paying his respects in his way because
This
he
is
gets
the
it.
cover for the next issue, which I think looks
Sweet
pretty
cover.
cool. So, yeah, man, I've been digging this event, as most people, may not dig events, but I'm a big fan of Jason Aaron's, and I dig what he is doing with this. So, on our rating scale, I am supersizing this bad boy.
super size. We got.
I'm probably throwing an apple pie with this too, man.
You
Yeah.
got Weapon H Hulk on the cover.
Oh, there he is. Look at that.
Weapon
And of
H.
course, Black Panther
Hulk
with
furry.
the star.
Yeah, I say
Hope.
supersize hard, like supersize, and then maybe buy a burger on the side, because I love it. It's made me completely love this thing. I liked it, but the whole fog of it's a dumb event has always been over it. But this was great. That thing between Odin and Freyja at the end, it made me messed up literally almost cried. And that's hard to do for some Marvel book, and they did it. So, yep, supersize extra McChicken.
I love the Pope's comment. He's like, "Do you think Marvel will make a She-Red Iron Bifrost title with 75 variant covers for issue number 1?" I love that. Yes,
I hope
Marvel. Let's just say if Marvel can do it, they probably will.
Yeah,
Like that's probably Marvel's slogan right now. Like, if we can do it, we will.
yeah, and they've been killing it because of that.
Agreed.
They're just like, yeah, what can we do? All right, let's do it. All right.
Anti-She Cosmic Iron Bifrost. We just have a Bifrost title, like just the Bifrost.
A Lady Bifrost Bridge, because you need to make sure it's a She Bifrost.
What was your rating on this bad boy?
Size.
Super size. All right.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's I like having like those like what the moments when I read comics, and this was one of them. Like, you get the tease of like, oh hey, we build you a suit, you know, and you have to wait one whole page to get it, but you get it. You know, you're just like, what?
No, it's something else.
Yeah.
No, it was awesome.
And
Agreed.
the whole Venom thing to me was really cool.
No, for sure. It was super dope.
I don't
Like-
know if Jason Aaron might. I don't know if he will, but it might be cool if like in later issues we have like Noel show up. You know.
No, for sure. Agreed. That would. I mean, there's still. We have like what 5 or 6 more issues left, right?
Yeah, and this is issue 4. It's the first time we see Thor, so.
Yeah. Well, we saw him in the end of that last issue though, too, like throwing all those hammers.
Yeah. And
But this is where it seems like now he's getting ready to like be a major player. You know what I mean?
I guess the key thing that you get out of this issue number 4, War of the Realms, is that you can assume that Odin and Freya are quote unquote dead.
Yeah.
And the Black Bifrost has been destroyed, so that way all of Malekith's forces on Earth, they can't be reinforced or resupplied. Malekith, of course, has his own teleportation powers with his squad where he can like teleport through realms, but at
It's
least
like his own like little Black Bifrost in a sense.
yeah, but like at least like he can't resupply his entire army on Earth. And now the fight has been taken to Earth. It's about the heroes clearing all of the forces out of
Earth.
yeah. And it's not just US, it's global, you know.
They got 2 issues to do it in.
When you get to the end of the book, you still got that map of, you know, which parts of the world have been taken over by which, you know, realms that have come into Midgard. So it's pretty cool. I dig it. I'm all about it. Jason Aaron can write, for sure. Only if Jason Aaron can write it. I like that, Javi. That's pretty funny. All right. Before we get to the next book we're going to talk about, I'm just going to throw it out there. You can actually win a copy of this next book, brought to you by Secret Society Comics in Sunrise, Florida. Also, with a Naomi number 5, you can win these 2 books. What's going on, D-Runk? Thanks for joining us. I tripped over myself there. But all you got to do, thanks to Secret Society Comics, who gave us these books, is go to last week's live episode, which was May
15th.
May 15th, where you just got to leave a comment there, and it will put you in the raffle and drawing to win a Naomi number 5 and an Immortal Hulk 17. And we're getting ready to talk some Immortal Hulk 17 because this is probably one of my favorite reads, if my favorite read right now on the market. It probably is my favorite read on the market for sure.
Yeah. And
like
I think
and this cover too, bro. Come on, man. And you got Hulk down here in the water.
I think we agreed that we're doing the drawing on next Wednesday's video, right?
Yeah, so you got until next Wednesday. We're going to do the drawing next Wednesday. So you guys go leave a comment, come back next Wednesday. We're going to do the randomizer. We're going to choose a winner, and that winner is going to win these 2 books, which was brought to you by Secret Society Comics in Sunrise, Florida. Thank you, guys. The new channel sponsor.
Heck yes, awesome. So you got into next Wednesday.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, I put that one aside. I'm going to be opening this one, which is my copy. So you guys, you know, I'll be showing this one off. So
yeah, I will not even open my copy.
Well, I picked up a few copies of this one. So
good call.
Yeah,
good call on that one. And before we start this one, in the chat, you can see the link for the review of this issue that I have written. So if you need it to get solidified that you like it, you can see how much I liked it. Read it there after the show. sequentialplanet.com.
Awesome. Make sure you guys go check that out. I love that you were ready for that, Hi. You were just
yeah, I had that in the chat. I was ready to pounce like a jaguar that needs to plug a website.
See that. I see.
Oh, jaguars need to do that all the time.
Yeah. They're industrious.
Very go-getter. You know?
That go jaguar lifestyle.
All right. So
sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I love how each of these books open up with a quote, bro. Like, and like this one's nobody tells me what to do. You keep me needling me, and if I want to, I'm gonna take this joint apart, and you're not gonna know what hit you. John Paxton and Bed Meadow, the wild one. So every issue is kind of always open up with this black page with a quote. And it's always been a different quote, and I've kind of like dug that throughout this series. I won't lie. So the last time that we seen our boy Joe, because it was pretty much confirmed in that last issue that we're under the persona now of Mr. Joe Fixit. He was being chased by not our boy Agent Burbank, and he's got this like crazy machine that's exerting this crazy amount of like X-ray light, so that way he can't like Hulk out. So you got Joe hiding out, and you got all these like gamma spiders and stuff like that. I thought that was pretty cool. And like, go ahead, Hyde. Like, you can take us through this because I know this is your stuff too, and I don't want to take all this.
Oh no, it's all good. Yeah, it goes through. They have Bushwhacker, one of the most hilarious villains that have been around in Marvel for a while, who who's made out of some weird plastic and make his arms into weapons that function, be they guns or rocket launchers or chainsaws. He could just make them. So he's after Banner now, and as Bushwhackers come to find out, Banners come to find out, Joe Fixit has manifested himself into Banner's body.
Once again.
But it's not Hulk. He's just walking around as puny Banner. Yeah. Joe Fixit.
And then you have like, as Hyde was saying, you got Bushwhacker like in his arms, like, going to guns and whatnot, and they're duking it out and they're going ham on it, right? And
in that panel, Banner said Joe Fixit has one of the best lines. How about radioactive ants in your eyes? Does that smart?
Yeah, and he throws those radioactive ants, which is awesome. And then at one point in time, like Bushwhacker's like pretty like impressed with like I guess the strength of
game.
What?
He wants to make this a game.
Yeah. No, he always does, and he keeps calling him Banner. And then I love this panel. He's like, "It's Joe," and he's like getting ready to like make his move, and then pretty much, I guess you could say, kind of make snaps his arm in a sense to kind of like make a little getaway. And then this is where it like flashes back to where I guess those other agents were like watching him, and then they kind of like research why is he like saying Joe, and it turns out they've turned out like Joe Fixit was bodyguard Vegas or a bouncer in Vegas, did his thing. You get a little picture of him all suited up in the Gray Hulk, and I thought that was so dope, man. It's so good.
Joe Fixit's one of the coolest things.
So, and then Banner just Joe making his way and just like seeing the Hulk inside himself. You see the gamma fish and whatnot, and he's just trying to like.
I like how Joe, it's like, you really get a different sense, like Joe has his own personality, and I think that's cool.
Oh yeah, he's like a 50s gangster. Like
yeah. I think that's cool, and he keeps mentioning like, oh, this puny body, like.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, can't do anything with it. So he might manages like break his way to where they have this computer, and I guess he's trying to like download like what's been like I guess all the experiments and stuff like that, like just all the data of what's been there. So he winds up with enough.
I like that part. He sees his reflection as Hulk. He's like, "How's my driving, pal?" He's like, yeah, you ain't the boss of me. I thought that was a very cool like moment.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I love how he like Joe Fixit doesn't even like the monster Green Hulk. He's like, nah, Banner should do everything he can to keep that guy under wraps. That guy's dangerous.
Like it should just be the gray one,
Yeah, it should just be me and Banner chilling around.
So he eventually, downloads when he figures out the password or what. I thought that was cool. He has a moment where I guess he just the schemer that he is being in Vegas. You know what I'm saying?
And the username is a name drop to H.R. Giger, who's an artist. He did like the design for the Xenomorphs and a bunch of stuff, and he has like a really weird dark kind of art, and I believe that was a little reference to what ends up happening later in the issue, because what happens is kind of Giger-esque.
Oh, nice, dude. I didn't
Yeah.
even put that together.
Yeah, and
Did
I
that ever-
can't remember what the password is, but I think that's a reference to some of his artwork or an art book or something.
Nostromo
Nostromo, yeah.
isn't that like not I know it's not like Vampire's name, but it's very similar. Nostramadu or something like that. But
Yeah.
no, that's cool. That's very cool that you
Oh,
put
Nostromo is the name of the alien. It's it's
the
an
original
alien
name.
reference.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So
Alien
that's
ship. So yeah, so eventually, Bushwhacker comes in and they start duking it out again. He gets shot, and you can't kill Joe right now because he's on a roll. You know what I'm saying? And you get this little panel where it looks like he's getting ready to like chop his head off, but then Joe like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. He goes, really? You're gonna want to hear this? Like, so
Yeah, Joe. He's like Bushwhacker's like, wait, he's getting stronger. Like I just shot him. Like what the hell?
yeah,
Joe's like, wait till you figure it out. Like
yeah.
Bushwhacker shoots him a couple more times, and we start getting those scenes of
Well, no, here it is, bro. You can start
warping and deformation,
you get
and
the little eyes going, and then you see this little thing right here, and then, bro, just next page right here, bro. Just there ain't nothing better
oh yeah.
than seeing a little splash like this, man. Look at this, Javi. Just look up. I got you, boy. Are you?
I
Yeah,
have
you're
it,
looking at it.
yeah.
So good. It's so good.
Yeah, and that's some Giger-ish crazy shit right there. Like I love this whole book. I love how it's just been body horror, weird Cronenberg Giger monsters, and just like the craziest things that you never really got from a whole comic before. It's just like weird, philosophical body horror. It's crazy.
He changed the UV ray emitters to become gamma emitters, so he was just bathing in this gamma radiation for who knows how long, and then they explain it. He's just like, all that gamma radiation. I guess he had to let it all out.
And then it turns to them back, where they're tracking them, and they see like, damn, look at all that gamma, and then this is where I guess they start to like, well, you just start like, all right, well, we don't really have to worry because I guess if you guys remember in the last issue, they had our boy Rick Jones all like dug up, and they were pouring all that gamma on him, and I guess whatever experiment and whatnot, what was happening, you get to see a little panel right here, and then I guess the big reveal of the book.
Mm.
In the last page, you get this little zombified abomination.
Yeah, and in it they say, man, the I can't remember the exact quote, but like, man has a margin of error, and we removed all the humanity out of it, so it's just like a straight monster abomination with no shred of humanity left.
So, and that was the big thing right there, yo. So, bro, awesome. I'm supersizing this bad boy with an apple pie, a McFlurry, and you best believe I'm adding like a 10-piece nugget to it too.
I'll just get 4 supersized meals for this. This is the best. I love it. I love this book. I love it always. It's one of the best things coming out besides something written by Garth Ennis, but that's just my opinion. And nobody else is reading A Walk Through Hell. So, but Immortal Hulk is one of the best. It's incredible. I love it. I can't believe something this good is coming out.
You like this little swamp thing monster that's coming?
Oh, Abomination? Yeah. Yeah, that's an oldie. That's an oldie but a goodie in the whole.
How have you felt about this so far?
You see how he has a hand on his face?
No, I did not.
Yeah, go back and look at it.
Yeah.
Look, it's literally a hand, and it's like a weird, like, there's like a weird, like, you know that meme where people go like this?
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh yeah, that is weird. I didn't notice that's what that was. All right, that's crazy.
Little Bird 3. No, I don't have Little Bird, Caleb, unfortunately. I think John's sending me them. So once John sends them to me,
I'm
I
gonna
will.
look through. I'm gonna look for a walk through hell on eBay just to see if I can pick 1 through 10 up or whatever it is.
Yeah. So, and just remember, guys, as I mentioned earlier, let us know what you thought about Immortal Hulk, War of the Realms, and also Guardians of the Galaxy. But you can win yourself a copy of Immortal Hulk 17, the book we just talked about, and a Naomi number 5. All you got to do is go back to last week's episode, which was May 15th, 19. Leave a comment. I'll put you in the raffle, and we're going to do the raffle live right here on 90 Miles from Comics next Wednesday. So make sure you go leave a comment, hit that like button, and be back here for the drawing. All right, guys. So now this will lead to probably one of my favorite parts of today. We're going to talk about what we picked up for New Comic Book Day. So,
Mhm.
Bam, 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 bam.
I got 2 back issues too. And before we do that, you know what? I'm just going to show it here live, Javi. I know he's not in here, but somebody, a good friend of ours, gave me something he wanted me to give to you. I'm just going to show it to you. And the next time I see you, I already have it, not to worry. But our brother, Highly a Comic Bro, since our adventure on Sunday, he saw that there was 2 things that you were looking for constantly. So he sent me this. He said it's not like near mint or anything like that. I will say this. I think it looks pretty good, man. I mean, it could use a little cleaning, but for the most part, its colors are still there, and you're gonna love it, man. It's a Fantastic Four issue 99.
What?
Oh,
And if I'm not mistaken, this is the last issue that Stan Lee wrote.
What? With Black
This or
Bolt on the
100.
cover?
So yeah,
We got,
man.
we got some Inhuman action on the cover. Black Bolt,
Yeah,
Medusa.
and he says he knows you love Inhumans.
and you got that caption, "The torch goes wild." That's
Right.
awesome.
Yo, thank you. Thank you so much. Big hand heart.
So you got that coming your way. The little AOK from Highly a Comic Bro. I figured I'd just show it here, to you. I mean, come on,
Thank
there's
you
nothing better
so
than
much.
that reaction, right? So set that bad boy down right there. All right. With that being said, I do have 2 back issues that I'll show off after we go through the round table of what new comic book days pickups we had today. And I will say this. I've been, just like I said, I only picked up, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 books and 3 Marvel. No, sorry. Technically 5 books. I did pick up 1 variant. I know I try to stay away from the variants, but this one was just too badass and I could not pass it up. So I did pick up 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 1 indie book, 1 DC book, and then 2 Marvel books. But one I doubled up on because I got a variant buy.
Oh, I like aggressively relaxing his comment. He says Banner needs to quit messing around the Midwest and go see Mr. Fantastic. He's just being irresponsible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yo,
but then
shout out
Mr.
to-
Fantastic will try to like shoot him to the moon or something.
shout out to
He can't do that anymore.
And thanks for joining us, bro.
He can't go to anybody anymore. They just try to send him to space or like destroy him or lobotomize him or something. Like I get Banner. I get Banner at this point. I get it. I wouldn't trust no Dr. Neater.
All right, I'm just gonna go ahead, kick it off. I'm gonna open up with DC. So you got some DC stuff. This is where we'll start.
I only got 5 books this week.
So,
I also got 5. I got 1 DC.
all right, my DC book and pickup of the week: Detective Comics 1004. And I'm supposed to be doing Tech Talk tonight on Comic Head 84's channel. I'm not sure if that's still going on. I'm gonna hit up the guys and see if that's still happening. We were supposed to review 1003 last night, but people got lives and they got to pay bills, so we couldn't get that and make that happen. Completely understandable. So if we might be coming at you tonight as we talk about 1003 to get hyped up for this, and who knows, we may even talk about this because we might or might not have already read it. So Detective Comics 1004 was my DC pickup for the week. What about you, Javier?
DC wise, I got one book.
It's the
I
same
think
as mine.
I think D-High got it as well. We got Action Comics 2011. Got the big old Leviathan cover.
I know I got the same cover too. They put the variant in my box, but I just like that so much.
Yeah. I don't know if the variant was Adam Hughes this week. But I mean, I think this is a dope cover.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Everything's awesome. Everything's great.
Bendis has a whole bunch of things coming out. I think he's writing a Batgirl tie-in. I think he's writing 4 tie-ins for this. We'll see. We'll see how it is.
We'll see. I don't want to buy more stuff.
Honestly, I'm just picking it up because it's Superman.
Yeah, I'm picking up the same comic. I'll pick up the main series, but the tie-ins I'm talking about.
All right. With little curveball, I'm gonna show my indie book for the week, and come on, I already saw Caleb shout it out in the chat, and hell yeah, if you ain't reading Honor and Curse, you need to get on that and check out that cover, man. Woo-wee! Honor and Curse, issue number 4. Shout out to Mad Cave Studios, South Florida local comic book publisher. Shout out to Mad Cave. Shout out to Chris from Mad Cave. I gotta see if I can get him on the show. He's been on the show a few times. He's helped us out a few times, given us some books as well. So thank you, brother. We appreciate you. We miss you. Hope all is well. But Honor and Curse, you need to get on this, D.I. Trust me.
All right, yeah, I should. My bad. I'm slacking.
Bad Cave, baby. Cover of the week.
I got an indie book myself. It's an IDW book. I didn't know anything about it except Road of Bones. It seems to be some horror comic. And I tried last week with picking up that. I forgot something on line B. And that comic did not do it for me. It was the first comic I bought in a long time that I outright just did not like. So I read this today. I loved it.
Which one?
It's called Last Stop on Line B or whatever. It's that Dark Horse horror thing that came out last week. You mentioned that you didn't buy it because you didn't like the art, Javi.
Yeah.
And you did the right thing. I really didn't like it. I was kind of, it was really not put together.
I'll buy it off of you for $1.
Thank you. So no takesies backsies. But yeah, Roto Bones is awesome. I read it. I'm glad I picked it up. I'll be following it. Roto Bones on IDW by Dueck and Cormac. No idea who they are,
Nice.
but they did good.
What about you, Chad? Did you get another one?
That was all my indie pickups. The rest I have 2 Marvel books that I picked up.
Did you pick up Knights?
Oh no, that wasn't in my box. I put it on my box, but I guess I didn't get one. I'll have to figure that out. Damn, that sucks. I'm gonna have to copy yours to read it.
I'll see if I can scoop you one if they don't have any more over there.
Please do. I thought I put that on my list at my new LCS, but I guess I might not have. So, and I didn't even see it on the wall.
Knights of the Golden Sun, number 7.
Damn.
We got the final issue.
Yeah, definitely try to get me one. I need that for sure.
Got you. It might be in your box, to be honest.
Yeah, you might be right. You might be right. So.
And the two Marvel, right? We all got 2 Marvel.
Yeah, I got 2 Marvel books, and
I got 3.
Oh, okay.
All right, then
Well,
go ahead.
You got the repeats about you.
I picked up War of the Realms Punisher. The Punisher tie-in, which
what number is that?
This is the second one.
Okay, because they had number 1 in the dollar bin box.
I know.
And I was thinking of picking it up, but I'm just holding off for a little bit, just to see if I can make some online sales.
For sure. Yeah, no, it's very good. I haven't read the second one, but it's good. It's my boy. It's my boy Frank.
Yeah, for a dollar bin book, that's definitely a steal. If it's there next week, I'm for sure picking it up.
Yeah, I would. I recommend it.
My first Marvel book I'm showing off is Avengers issue 19. Jason Aaron's killing it with Ed McGuinness. We're gonna see some Frost Giants try to take out this Avengers tower.
I also got Avengers.
So
yeah, represent Avengers boys.
Then
Fire
the
Beetles. Is that what I'm seeing?
next, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Fire Beetles. Oh, this is gonna be a good issue.
Yeah.
And Ed McGuinness, awesome.
Next book I picked up was Venom, issue 14.
And
I think everyone picked that one up, right?
mhm.
And then what's your last book?
Oh,
Oh,
he showed it already.
yeah, I showed it. The one I got was the Punisher, War of the Realms,
Oh,
and then
gotcha.
I have Avengers and Venom.
What about you, Javi? You got one more?
Nah,
No,
that's it, man.
That's it?
Light week for me
I picked
today.
up I picked up this Punisher magazine,
Oh,
which
that's
is
cool.
just
Nice.
Hold on, before we get to back issues, I did pick up one more. I was lucky enough to get myself on that Battle Lines cover.
ooh.
Oh, what? Nice.
Yeah, man. So I'm super stoked about this. Caleb, I know you said Honor and Courage cover of the week, but this might be cover of the week, my friend. And I
Yeah,
haven't copped any of the Battle
that
Lines
is cover of the week. What
What?
are you talking about? That is cover of the
Yeah,
week. Yeah.
hands down for sure. So I'm super
My
stoked.
Punisher magazine anniversary's cover of the week.
Yeah, get out of here. But yeah, man, super stoked. Was able to get my hands on this bad boy. It is a second copy of issue 14, total cover by. But come on, man, how do you say no to the little Carnage? So
I can't.
gotta love that. And I got 2 back issue books as well. I'm kind of torn on which order I should go. I got 1 DC book and 1 Marvel book. So I'll let you guys see which one you guys want to see first, the DC book or the Marvel book. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll just leave it that way. You guys can choose DC or Marvel. DC or
Well, we
Marvel.
got aggressively relaxing. He's saying that they have like theme music and cartoons, individual issue commercials, music by Run the Jewels for War of the Realms.
What? I know they had that Jimmy Urine fella from Mindless Self Indulgence craft up some weird theme, but the Run the Jewels did a War of the Realms song.
Yeah, I guess so. Like,
Oh
or
man, I
at
was
least
about
like,
to just disconnect.
like commercial jingles or something like that. That's really cool.
I'm looking into that now.
Thanks for that info. We always love checking out stuff like that. Super into pop culture.
Yeah,
Dick.
thank you. And Run the Jewels
Art.
specifically. I hope they got a
Yeah.
new song.
Yeah. Always love checking out new stuff like that. Thanks so much. Aggressively relaxing.
Thank you.
Honor and Courage is better. You're married. Your opinion is invalid now. Chad laughed out loud. That's too funny, Caleb. I love it, brother. I love it. All right. So,
His opinion about actresses being hot or not is invalid, but this is fun.
all right. So I got a Marvel back issue and I got a DC back issue. I don't think anyone said anything in the chat. What do you guys
DC first.
All right. So shout out
Need
to
some
my
DC
brother.
love.
I just gotta say, I gotta shout out my brother. Did I just? No, I didn't do anything there. Shout out to my brother, Highly Comic Bro. He took care of me on this one, and I needed this. And you ready for this one, Javi? Teen Titans issue number 12, the first appearance of the Batman Who Laughs. Javi knows I've been looking for this, so I can stop
Nice.
bothering him for his
that's
copy because I've been trying to sucker Javi's copy off of him for a minute.
Hey, I have the variant, so if you still need the variant, just
Yeah. Yeah. Then the next book I got here, which is a cool book right here. It's Marvel feature number 1, first appearance of the Defenders.
Marvel feature number 1.
Yeah, shout out to Gauntlet Comics down in North Miami
We gotta see the year.
because this is where I
Ooh.
picked this up, and that's just a beautiful Hulk cover right there. You gotta love it.
Oh, the Defenders was such a cool team too. That's
First
awesome.
appearance of this is the first appearance of the Defenders. So
That's sick, dude.
and with them teasing Namor, who knows what could happen?
Oh.
With that.
Yeah.
So
And Silver Surfer is the 4th member of that team. That's such a good team.
and that's a great way to bring them into the MCU, man. And then you can bring him into the MCU, and then hopefully spring out the Fantastic Four. So this is my 2 back issues. Fine. And shout out to Gauntlet Comics. They took care of me on this. The sister comic book shop of Secret Society Comics, the official show comic book store. So make sure you guys go check them out on Instagram and on Twitter. Gauntlet Comics, Secret Society Comics. Go follow them. Go in there. Say Chad sent you. Who knows? They might take care of you. Well, they should take care of you because they take care of everyone, man. That's the best part about their shops, man. Great books, affordable prices. Their back issues have keys for days, so you definitely go check them out, man. But yeah,
Did you get the Teen Titans at Gauntlets as well?
no, bro. My boy, highly a comic, bro. He had an extra.
Oh, he had
I
an
was
extra.
able, and he took care of me. I was able to broker this off of him. So thank you, highly a comic, bro, man. I needed this. Thank you, sir. Yeah. So those are my two
Awesome.
back issue pickups for the day. I will say, but the book I'm most excited to read is probably gonna be. I mean, I like that other issue of Venom, and I know it's not Kate's yet, so I'm interested to see what that next issue is going to be like. Of course, Avengers is always a good read. I'm stoked to see what happens in Detective because I think Tomasi's killing it. But the issue I'm probably most excited to read about, and this probably is Honor and Curse because I've been really enjoying the Shinobi storyline. So be on the lookout for that, and be on the lookout. I might be going live later with Jeffrey Comic Con Henson, the Comic Head 84, the Comic Bros, as we have tech talk. Guys, what are you most excited to read from this week?
Honestly, like out of what I got, I'd have to say maybe Punisher: War of the Realms, just because that's a crazy dumb thing, and that's who I am. But I'm actually more excited to get through these booster gold books I got on an auction site in a giant thing. All 6 of these guys. It's like his run after the whole 52 event where everything got shuffled around, and I read a chunk of the first book. So far so great, but I'm going to be out of commission for a while just reading that.
Sweet. What about you, Javi?
Knights number 7. I'm going to be excited to see how this finishes off. I am actually going to read every single issue now that I have all the issues. So it's going to be a nice little binge watch read for me.
Sweet. Awesome. All right, Hyde. Once again, let the people know what you got going on your channel.
Yo, once again, thank you, Chad, for the preceding time to me. I got going on my channel every Friday, Sunday, and Tuesday, where I have The World According to Frank, parentheses, Castle, in which I go through a giant randomized box of Punisher comics I got. Luckily, there's some semblance of order to them, so I could figure out reading them, but I go through them and I read them, arc by arc or issue, and go through the specials. And if there's anything worth talking about, we go into it, because a lot of crazy things happen in these things, like a baby thief named Lupe who drives a cab and tries to kill people, to kill mothers and sell their babies. That was a thing. A rogue paintball team gone mad. And so 80s and 90s Punisher is crazy, and I go through it. So please watch. I got to go on live streaming Fridays, Sundays, Tuesdays, and I try to start anywhere between 8 and 10. I'm going to try to be more solid with that. But please check it out. Subscribe and like my channel right here. Derek Hyde. Hey, that's me. And yeah, so please tune in. I got that going on. Look for more on the channel maybe at some point, but right now that's what I got. That's my baby.
Sweet. And I'll make sure to add the link once we get done to the description below in the video, so you guys can find that super easy.
Yeah, I'll throw a link to the 3rd episode up in there right now.
Sweet. What about you, Javi? What you got going on?
I got some D&D games I got to write for. I know that some I don't know if they're in the chat, but I know you got some buddies that want to do some D&D over Hangouts. So if you're in the chat, hook up with Chad. Let's do it. But no, just catch us here every Wednesday, 9 EMF Comics. We'll be here talking comics, talking about new books that come out every Wednesday and our favorite reads of the week. Also, don't forget, leave a comment on our last video. I think it's the video from 5/15/19. You'll get 2 books for free. Chad, take it away.
All right, guys. Well, thank you, Javi. Appreciate you, man. Hey, maybe what we do is we stream that, D&D game on your channel, so we get you some content, brother. So, as you guys know, YouTube is 90, Y290 in the building. You can find me later, hopefully on TikTok on Comic Head 84's channel. You can find me back here tomorrow night reviewing the half show. Turtle Talk Thursdays. We're going over Shredder in Hell issue 2 and issue 3. So make sure you join me as I'm joined by Edwin the Comic Jabroni, Carson C. Woodard 19, and we got Who Dat Comics joining us. Someone I don't know who loves turtles more than anyone else, man. Who Dat loves him some turtles, so I'm super excited to have him on. So make sure you guys come check me out then. As I said earlier, you want to come and check me out as I cash in Comic in the Bank this Saturday on The Hunt. Tony, J.D. Flair, Jeffrey Comic-Con Henson, White Whale Comics. You guys better be ready because I'm cashing in Comic in the Bank. I'm just trying to get my way on that show. I'm trying to win me some gold and be the next Hunt champion after my boy Comic Kid 84. So I'm trying to strap up, cash in Comic in the Bank this Friday. Make sure you guys are there because it's the last 2 books from my Comic-Con haul that I have not shown you guys, and you want to make sure you tune in to see that because it is 2 big boys. So you want to make sure you're there in the chat on The Hunt when I cash in Comic in the Bank. As always on Mondays, MCE, my MCE family, come check me out. That Geek Show next week, followed by Story Comic Core on the Comic Core channel. Make sure you find me there, and we'll be right back here next Wednesday. As you all know, 90 Miles from Comics Live. I appreciate every single one of you in the chat. Javi, Dihad, I love you guys. Thank you as always. I love you all in the chat. Remember, guys, read your books that came out this week, and most importantly, go get your books.
Go get your books. Bye, Leah.